my previous vlogs are always in Tagalog, in Filipino language. That is just because I want to be comfortable. I want to speak in my native tongue. And of course, also with my friends, we speak in Tagalog, so that's just normal, I guess. So for this time, in case you're wondering why I'm speaking in English, that is because I'd like to share my experience and the things about working in a call center. I'm sure many of you guys can relate. If you haven't tried to work in a call center, you would be wondering. And many people also have this stereotype, the things that they always thought about, that the working in this industry is I don't know, they think low, they think small about the people working in this career, but that is because they think this work doesn't require high education. That is exactly wrong. Many people think that even if you are just a high school graduate, you can work in a call center even if your English is bad. That is the thing that they always think. I disagree. Actually, yes, that is true. You can you can be hired, you can be employed even if you only finished high school. But that depends on the account. In a call center, there are lots of accounts like bank, financial accounts, technical accounts. There are some, like for us, the account that we're working, the account that we are working is about food, about gifts. And there are also accounts about flowers, about giving gifts to any holidays, any occasion. It depends on the account. What are their standards? What they need? How many people they need? Sometimes people also pass. That is just because not only because of their skills, but because the company needs a lot of people, so they consider those who does not speak English clearly, or they're hoping, the talent acquisition are hoping that this guy or this girl or this person can work on it. It could be improved, so they will hire you. But that is not all. I mean, you can be hired in a call center if they think your skill is enough, but you won't be getting the responsibilities that the graduates do, like the college graduates do. they they also give promotions um, to the employees. That is because if the employee have passed the requirements, for example, let's say you started, you got employed even if you're just a high school graduate, and then it was your performance that gave you the opportunity to be promoted. For example, you always have high scores, you never got late, you were never absent, and whenever the company needs you, for example, even if it's your rest day, and you knew that they need more people at that time, and you are always there to take the shift. Of course, those are the things that they consider, especially for social life. If you are good also in socializing, if you have good behavior, if your character is what do you call this? Ideal. If your character is ideal, then that is also that is one of the things that they will consider promoting you. They will give you that opportunity. But, like I said, that call center job is not for everyone. It will require not only speaking English. Speaking English is just the tip of the iceberg. That is just the first part. Of course, you need to be the kind of person who can speak, who can read, who can comprehend. But that is just the first part. The second part is technical skills, which can be learned. Of course, you can learn that. And then the process. How are you gonna resolve the customer's issue? Are you smart enough? Do you have the guts to maintain good relationships between the customers as a professional? If you think you do, if you think that can be improved, then yes, you are qualified to be an agent. So first, need to have the skills, need to perform, and then you must have social skill. You need to be, you need to have that personality that is like a people person, even though you don't have to be exactly a people person, but it is better if you do. So let's say people have questions regards to the company. Let's say first thing that people think is, how much is the salary? People have high standards or high expectations when it comes to a call center job salary, because they really think they always offer high pay. But that's kind of true. It depends on the company, it depends on the account, and it's most specifically, it depends on how or what your skills are, what your background is. Let's say if you came from the US, like my friend, you've been there, and the company will also gauge that if you can really speak English well. And then if you are inexperienced, call center agent. They call it tenured. If you are a tenured agent, other companies will offer you higher pay. Passion and responsibility does not always come hand in hand. Something that you just have to do every day, that you don't have to rely on your mood. It's a good thing if you are passionate about this kind of job, about this kind of career. So for me, what I do is I just do the job regardless. I'm just thinking about it as a responsibility, and being happy on the job, that will just come. It will be there without you knowing. You would be surprised if you will not expect too much. You will not expect every call to be that nice, that perfect. And especially for the customers, they don't have the same situation. Of course, they don't have the same culture as what they have. So the best thing to do is to be neutral. You need to feel what the customer is thinking. You need to have this intuition. Is the customer happy? Is the customer being sarcastic or whatever? And then from there you have to adjust. The goal always is to make sure the customer is happy before you end the call. So that's just it. You don't also have to be very serious about the job. Sometimes throwing a joke or two, that is actually not allowed, or not encouraged, because it will waste time. But if you think that will make the customer happy, then why not? Just make them at least have the ease on their thoughts, their minds, and I believe that will really help. So I'm here now. I'll tell ya. Talk to you later. Call center job is not exactly for everyone. Though many people can try to apply, most of them could be employed, but there are lots of things. It's not just about speaking in English. It's a combination of all the things person can do to do the job. Speak good English, that's good. That's nice. But you also have to be flexible. You have to be a fast learner. It's okay if you can't adapt that fast, that quick. But it is always better if you can cope up. And so yeah, it's a combination of language, people skills, technical side. You have to be, even if you are not techie, you should learn it. That is very important, because how could you assist the customer if you don't know how to use the computer? And if let's say, for example, you encountered an error on your computer, what should you do? You should be ready to do that, to fix that. Even if you don't know it yet, that is one of the things you should learn. So I can definitely say a call center job is for the smart people. I know everyone will say that, hey, I'm not techie, I don't know that. Even right now, many call center agents are admitting that don't know much about computers, but I can still say that they learned a thing or two, because if they don't, then how could they work? I can just say most of the people are just humble, or most of the people I encountered are just that humble. What else? I don't know if I missed something, so if I do, please leave a comment below, so maybe I can discuss that. I can mention that on my next video. Why do you have to park over here? Okay, let me also mention about speaking. The language, or the comm skills, or the communication skills that call center often require is just basic English. You don't have to worry about you not knowing or being familiar with many kinds of synonyms or other terms, other words that you could say. That's okay. You can learn it. I always run out of words, just like right now. So, but that's fine, as long as you can still communicate with the customer, and actually the customer will understand. One of the biggest things is that we always pretend that we are Americans, but in reality we're not. And the customer will always hear that from our voices, that we're not a native English speaker. But it would be very nice if you could do it so good that they thought that you are an actual American. But that is not really necessary. As long as you can be understood, that's fine. Many call center agents are coming from India and other countries that has a very heavy intonation, heavy accent, I mean. And the intonation is one of the biggest challenges that we always face. And that is because we are used to Filipino intonation. When we say Filipino intonation, that is how we speak, how the tone are going up and down. For example, if we're asking something in Tagalog, in Filipino, we say, ano yan? Saan ka pupunta? Nasaan na? Nasaan na ba? The tone is always going up, down, and then middle. It's like, asan ka na ba? It's not like going up or going down. It's always randomly going anywhere. That is opposed to how the Americans are speaking. If they are asking something, the tone goes up. If they are saying a statement, or they are just saying something, the tone goes down. Like, for example, where are you going? What did you do? What is this? The sound or the tone is going up. That is actually effective, because if you are used to that kind of speaking, the Americans will clearly understand that you're asking something. And if you're saying something, just like a statement or some facts or information to them, your tone should go down. Like, okay, this is how it is. You bought this at this amount, and that is the total. That's why you receive that charge. But if you're asking, intonation has a very big contribution on how the customers will understand you. sometimes if your intonation is reversed to what they're expecting, think about it as a different thing. Like for example, if you're saying something, your order total is $99. If you say it with a tone that is going up, it's like you're asking them. But if you say, for example, so yes, customer, the order total is $99. So it's either the tone goes down or just straight. That's fine. They can understand that you are just saying something. That's a statement. That's a fact. It's not something that the customer needs to answer. So the tone should go down. But if you're asking, it should go up. So they can easily understand that you're asking something. As opposed to what we got used to. It's really weird. That is one of the most challenging part that I faced during my early days, early years in call center industry. But I really do hope that this video could give you a glimpse, could give you tips on what are the things that should be prioritized, what should be practiced, and what you should prepare. I encourage everyone to try, because it's not like, oh, I'm born to be a painter, I'm born to be a doctor, I'm born to be an engineer. People are not born like that. People learn how to do things, and eventually they just find themselves that they love the job. As for me, I always thought that a call center job is not for me. I never had that confidence or faith in myself that I can be regularized, because here in Philippines it's really hard to get a job wherein you could be regularized, especially if you're not college graduate. I don't know about other people. I really do hope that they did not face the same thing, but based on my experience, that's what happened. Hold on, guys. The traffic is a mess. The thing is, if you start working in this industry, you are very conscious about your communication skills. That is very normal. That is what normal people experience. If you do not, then maybe you've been in perhaps you lived in other countries for years, or in your home with your family you got used to speaking English, so that's an advantage. But like I said, communication skills is just part. It's just tip of the iceberg when it comes to working in a call center. Deep in our minds, deep in ourselves, we are all grammar Nazi. Believe me. Even if you're not that good in English, many people, even you who is watching this video, could determine if there is something wrong with the grammar. That is true. That is because you have a lot of time to think. What is the preposition used? Whoa. Wow. Alright, going back. So, yeah, if you are not the one who is speaking, or not the one who is having his or her voice recorded, and you listen to call, and even if you're not that good in speaking, you can determine if there is something wrong with the grammar. So that the challenge there is, how do you apply that when you are the one who is speaking? So the best thing to do is think. give yourself time, and then do not speak fast. There's no need to make things quick. You just have to keep an eye on the clock when of course you don't want the customer to listen to what you're saying for huge amount of time. Just make it simple, make your words short, because the shorter your sentences are, the safer it is. You have a lot of time. Speak slowly, because speaking fast, speaking quick, as what or how the Americans do, you will learn that as you encounter every call. So and that is also one of the challenges. You're not used to speaking English, and then it was your first time and you got nervous. That's normal. We all experience that, but be confident and think before you say something. But they call this thought organization. You have to organize your thought first before you say something. Okay, so I really hope this helped you out, guys, and I think this is gonna be the last part of my video. Once again, this is Noir64. Thank you for watching, and see you on my next video. Peace out.